The moment you walked into the last room full of strangers, someone had already decided what kind of person you are. Not after talking to you, not after learning your name or your story or what you've been through. In 7 seconds, maybe less. And the judgment they formed in those 7 seconds will color everything they think about you for years to come. Today we are going to look inside the psychology of first impressions, what your brain is actually doing in those opening moments, why it is so vulnerable to being fooled, and how this invisible process shapes your relationships, your career, and your entire social world, without you ever noticing it happening. Welcome to Unnamed Instincts, where we decode the hidden mechanics of the human mind. This channel is about dark psychology, human behavior, and the invisible forces quietly shaping how you move through the world. Let's get into it. Let's start with what the research actually says. Human beings form a complete social judgment within 7 to 30 seconds of meeting. In some cases, as psychologist Nalini Ambadi's research demonstrated, that judgment can form in as little as 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Ambadi showed that 2-second video clips were enough for people to judge personality and competence as accurately as much longer interactions. The brain isn't waiting for more information. It is making a complete assessment, automatically and unconsciously, before you've said a single word. It is scanning posture, facial expression, and tone, assembling them into a single verdict. The frightening part is how much that verdict sticks. Here is where it gets darker. Once your brain has formed an impression based on a single trait, like a confident posture, it does not stop there. It extrapolates. If a person appears physically impressive, the brain unconsciously assumes they are also intelligent and of good character, without evidence. In courtrooms, attractive defendants receive lighter sentences. In job interviews, confident candidates are evaluated as more technically competent. One trait, one moment, one impression. And from that single data point, your brain writes an entire biography of a person it has never met. And it gets worse. Information that arrives first carries disproportionate weight. What the brain learns first becomes a lens. Everything that follows gets filtered through it. Even if evidence contradicts it, the brain is remarkably reluctant to update its verdict. First is permanent. This applies not only to how others see you, but to how you see them. Every person you've dismissed based on a moment that lasted less than a minute. Now here is the part most psychology videos leave out. This system can be engineered, and certain people know exactly how to engineer it. The charismatic abuser, the charming fraudster, they know that nonverbal behavior is the dominant channel. What we see overrides what we hear. In the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. Narcissists and psychopaths are often exceptionally skilled at engineering positive first impressions. 7 seconds. That is all your brain needs to build a complete portrait of a stranger. Their trustworthiness, their character, their worth. The first impression is not the last word, but it is the first chapter, and most people never read past it. This is a reason to become aware. What you don't understand about how people see you is already shaping everything. Subscribe to Unnamed Instincts. I'll see you in the next one.